A company always on the run.
Attention flashbackers, we are back with Craig's Corner. This is episode 3, Patrick Michael Strange. Oh, fantastic form. Check us out. But I'm at my favorite store. It's Flashback Comics. And here's the owner, Craig George, for episode 3 of his Craig's Corner, where we're going to talk about investment books, what you should be looking out for as a collector, as a fan. You know, what if you're a diehard fan that also want to pick up particular books out of your stuff, what you should go for, and what some of the stuff Craig looks for when he's getting stuff for the shop, and for those fans that's all that they do. So, my man Craig, what's going on, Craig?
How you doing, Pat?
Doing all right, man.
Today we're going to talk about eBay and the mistakes people make on eBay, because they make a hell of a lot of them. All right. First things first, when you're buying an investment book on eBay, make sure they're slabbed. I know some of you guys want to go ahead and take your good win by getting a 8.0 or 9.0 book at a steal of a price. 90% of the times, you're going to end up sending it back and you're going to be unhappy. Buy your investment slabbed.
I agree. So slab, aka CGC, that's the comics guarantee code. Mm-hmm. You send it in to them. They grade it. They look at it for its quality. If there's any tears, rips, indentations. And they all, a bunch of reviewers, look at it, do a combined grade, and then they slab it on there. They encase it into this hard shell, so that way the casing and the condition of the book will never change. So I would agree with Craig. Yeah, when you're going on, there's no better way to guarantee that the book is in its condition when it's in the slab, because once it's in there, it's rather difficult to get out. So make sure you look for that.
All right, now if you're the type of reader that wants to read the books as well, your best bet is to come to a shop like mine. If you want a 9.0 book and you've got a dealer that's saying on eBay that a book is 9.0 or near mint or better, in those high resolution scans, a lot of times you're not going to see the spine tears. They can also, Photoshop books where you can't see water stains on books. Like this book right here, the dealer had put this on as a near mint plus, which obviously, if you look down at the bottom of the book, you got blunting on the corners, you've got misplaced staples, you've got all kinds of spine ticks, and the worst part of all is the water damage. Now, to an untrained eye who can't tell the difference between on the high resolution scan as to what's what. This book was purchased for $60 some odd on eBay. It's not worth. It's in good price because of. You got to price it as good because of the rusted staples, the spine ticks, the writing on the cover, and it's stuff.
And let me rebut in there. That's not a good price. It's in a good condition price.
Yeah. You can really seriously lose money if you're trying to do this through eBay. Also, the thing that you don't get to see, which most dealers won't tell you about, is if there's coupons cut out.
Big time. The Marvel stamps. I know that was a big thing with Incredible Hulk 181, the first appearance of Wolverine, which I had. And I had gone through many purchases and was ripped off. Luckily, I didn't spend too much on it. But that was an expense I didn't have to incur. If people would actually, be correct on what they're listening and
I don't think it's dealers lying. Everybody thinks their books are better than what they truly are.
True.
And I've seen it in this shop. People have come in wanting me to grade their books, and they've walked out upset because I've given them an honest assessment of what their issues are on the books. I personally am connected with dealers throughout the country. So if you want a 9.0, say Avengers #1, it's a simple phone call, and I can get it here for you. And it will be an actual 9.0, not a 7.5 that somebody says is a 9.0. It's going to be a legitimate legitimate book.
As an example, as these various CGCs that we have, they grade accurately. CGC is a good way to go with your books. 9.6, 9.4, 6.5, 8.0. Look for that. When you're shopping for these books. and you do take a large risk when you do not go CGC. You just base it off of the scans, and
You're basing off of scans,
Yeah.
and you have to go through the eBay buyer protection policy, which, yes, you're going to get your money back. It doesn't cover your hassle of, running to the post office, sending it back. Now, what if you don't send it back the right way, and then the dealer says, "Oh, I never got it"? You're out the money. So eBay is a big game, and you've got to know the ins and outs on how to deal with it, and also formulate and take your risks appropriately. I mean, don't go spending $2,000 on a book that's worth $2,000 if you're unsure.
Definitely educate yourself. Pick up the Overstreet Comic Book Price Guide. Read the publications that are out there and in place to educate yourself as a buyer. Check eBay. Follow a book before you even purchase it. See how the market is doing on a particular book, and go to your local stores. Guys like Craig will give you a good rundown. Hopefully most guys are good out there giving a good rundown. I can't speak on the dealer front. I know there's been some. Speaking for myself. As a comics fan, I've gone to some dealers that I couldn't exactly trust them. But that just means get a second opinion. Keep going around, and then you can kind of price range. And what's great about the internet now is we have that freedom where you can look online. But educate yourself especially if you're going for like Amazing Fantasy 15, which is a book that I really want to get, and I know that this man has. But do your education before you buy.
Yeah, do your research.
Yes.
Go to people that you trust, because every dealer out there, and I'm guilty of it every now and again too. I really like a book like a Captain America 100, and yes, I've overgraded it occasionally, but I'm generally willing to come down for any customer that comes in here that's interested in.
He's got to make his money too.
I mean, we're money driven as dealers. I mean, we've got to keep the lights on, but there's to certain extents is it acceptable. Excuse me. I'm not here to get rich off of one customer, but I will sit here and educate a customer. Definitely. And give them an accurate assessment of what the book is. And then, my manager, Troy David, he's been doing this since before I was born, and he knows more than I do. So when it comes down to grading a book, you have two professional opinions here. So be careful on eBay.
All right, well, that's it, I guess, for Craig's Corner. I guess our underlying message is to, do your research before you buy. Be very mindful when you're dealing with dealers on eBay. Come to stores like Flashback and try to get, other opinions. And we'll do our best to serve you here at Flashback. I'm here. I've been doing it for a long time. And, hey, Flashback is awesome. Check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. We love you guys. We'll be back. This is Craig's Corner.
A company always on the run, a destiny